of the National Football League. And we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Chargers and the Dolphins coming up next.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
This is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by Sam Darnold in his 5th year now out of USC.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
First play and a first pass coming from Darnold. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Baron Browning.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rip, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here comes Pettis on the return. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. And that's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. 2nd and inches. Rodgers, a quick throw, but incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start a first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Get up on the ground with Harris. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. The Chargers at 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now here's another carry for Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
There's so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Harris running straight ahead. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well. I know tight ends love this route, because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 78 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they got to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a play fake. Rodgers. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get it back in form.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and help you force the incompletion.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end. To start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 31, Darnold eluded. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On the return is Pettis. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Running out of the gun here, Breida.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They run again with Harris. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Harris is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run with Harris. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Damian Harris, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Miami set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. But it winds up falling incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Holding offense.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Darnold throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense's to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no big to the run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Darnold on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurtled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers now on first down. Back to the same target, Campbell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with a road victory. Tua Tagovailoa sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. Next, we'll stay in the NFC West as we head up through Oregon and on to Seattle to check on the Seahawks. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. A.J. Brown, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucs.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They hand this off to Harris. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, Breida. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
On the give, this is Harris. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run again with Harris. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Damian Harris with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. New York now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Darnold down to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional in the battle of game plans.
There's under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now a timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. On the ground, it's Harris. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. More from L.A. in a moment.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Breida, they'll go up the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This is Harris. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 157 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Damian Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Darnold. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Again, Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Looking deep for Julio. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Still 1st down.
The situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10.
Darnold. And he'll just get rid of it. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. Gee, you figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Darnold to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here this 4th quarter. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And he returns this to the 22. Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now it's Rodgers. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll run with Harris. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
Now Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Rodgers. Open man is Pettis. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Down to the 42, 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Touchdown! John Ross, 42 yards.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try to put points on the board.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Baron Browning able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Darnold. Open man is Denzel Mims.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and 3rd and 8 now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Darnold. He's got a man complete.
Keep going, Mel, keep going.
Yeah. But not before they work it across midfield.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw going into the hands of Williams.
Here we go.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Darnold's throw here caught by Mims.
Here we go.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down, Darnold. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing again is Darnold. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time.
Got a man, it's Mims. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Tylan Wallace
from 21 yards away.
And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw caught there by Wallace.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Darnold. He'll air this one out from Mims.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here's Darnold.
He's going to go on top again.
Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One last throw now for Darnold. Finding Williams once more, complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Chargers, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year.